we begin with the top stories. After days of tension, Garwa is slowly regaining its composure as economic life picks up. Traditional leaders are stepping in to guide the population toward peace and national unity. At the heart of this push is Lamido Ibrahim El Rashidini, who has called on citizens to show restraint ahead of the presidential results. As Yaoundé awaits the proclamation of results of the October 12th presidential election next Monday, the SDL Fundi have issued a series of reinforced security measures to maintain peace and public order in that division. Those are measures to reach details right ahead. Good evening once more. Welcome to this edition of the Primetime Newscast in the English language on Canal de International. After days of tension, Garwa in the north region of Cameroon is slowly regaining its composure after economic life picks up. Traditional leaders are stepping in to guide the population towards peace and national unity. At the heart of this push is Lamido Ibrahim El Rashidini, who has called on citizens to show restraint ahead of the presidential results. More in the following story. The city of Garwa has seen a gradual return to calm over the past 2 days. Economic activities have resumed, and the post-electoral process that had gripped the streets appear to have taken a pause. At the Lamida of Garwa, a special sensitization meeting was held between His Majesty Ibrahim El Rashidini, the Lamido of Garwa, and the traditional chiefs under his jurisdiction.
Sa Majesté a adressé des incitations à plus de retenue. On est en attente des résultats.
The population was urged to embrace peace, calm and restraint. The monarch emphasized that the consequences of instability affect the entire community and can lead to collective.
Il appelle donc au calme en donnant certaines indications dans le but d'apaiser cette tension-là.
With the official announcement of the 2025 presidential election results scheduled for October 27 by the Constitutional Council, the Lamido reminded citizens of the spiritual nature of power, which he said is ordained by God. Therefore, he calls on the people to remain composed and clear-headed during this period. And the city of Ngaoundéré in the Adamawa region of Cameroon is taking stock after protests held yesterday by individuals claiming allegiance to Issa Chiroma Bakari, and today the capital of Cameroon, Northern Plateau, has returned to relative calm. Stark contrast to the night of October 23 to 24 or 2025, when multiple fire were lit across various parts of the Adamawa regional capital. According to our correspondent Eringele, some of the demonstrators reportedly came from other regions, notably in the north region of Cameroon. We'll come back to that in our subsequent editions of Newscast. And we take you to the center region of Cameroon, where the SDO of Fundi has issued a series of reinforced security measures to maintain peace and public order in that division. Let's have more with our reporter Beatrice Ngamo.
The senior divisional officer on Fundi's emphasis during this post-electoral period, one not far-fetched. vigilance as tension might arise in the different neighborhoods in Yaoundé after the proclamation of results of the October 12 presidential elections next Monday. Emmanuel Mariel Jigden did not mince his words.
No manifestation from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. No manifestation on the road. From Sunday, we don't need motorbike outside at midnight. They should stop. And the drinking place, they have to shut down, to lock around midnight.
The boss of Fungi, the political capital of Cameroon, Yaoundé, was speaking this Friday, October 24th, during consultation with leaders of motorbike syndicates for them to relay the message to their peers.
So it is important for us to advise bike riders to avoid any manifestation on the road during that period. That's why it has been important for us to be here to have information that we're going to give to bike riders, because she should take part of peace, not any bad movement in our country, because our country now needs peace.
Meeting this group, who are at the center of most actions and manifestations, imperative to reinforce security measures to maintain peace and public order in all 7 subdivisions that make up the Mfunzi. The measures also extend to monitoring, gathering, and curbing the spread of false information likely to disturb social harmony.
And a peace rally in the southwest region of Cameroon brought together participants from across the region with a mission of calling for unity, civic responsibility, and peaceful coexistence, led by Honorable Malomba Esembe, the CPDM member of parliament for Boyamon. That with our reporter, Salih Sharifa.
To strengthen peace and civic engagement among citizens, urging them to look beyond electoral politics and focus on building lasting unity in their communities, a peace rally was held in Boya, October 24, 2025.
It is not just our conduct on election day that matters, but our conduct afterwards. And you see, it is easier to build strong young citizens than to repair broken communities. So we found it more important to do this at this time, talk to ourselves, to know that the energy we have as young people should be channeled to building the Cameroon of today and tomorrow.
Led by Honorable Malomba Esembe, the CPDM member of parliament for Boya, the event drew participants from all 6 divisions of the southwest region. The rally carried messages of peace and social cohesion as they made their way from Boya Youth Center to the divisional office. Participants were received by Abba Abdurrahman, who commended the initiative and reaffirmed government support for peace-building efforts in the region.
Channel it to the proper quarters, to our young people of Boya subdivision and even beyond. They are saying no to any sort of violence.
The enthusiasm of participants demonstrated their commitment to peaceful coexistence and civic engagement in Boya and beyond.
As Monday, October 27, the day for the proclamation of October 12 presidential election in Cameroon draws closer, the Minister of Communication, government's spokesperson has called on major practitioners to remain professional and objective in our forum of exchange currently unfolding in Yaoundé. Rene Emmanuel Sadi reiterates that the country is in a very sensitive period and the media should avoid pouring more fuel into the already burning fire, while lauding the initiative of consultation with journalists. The leaders of journalism associations have frowned at the government for the neglect of the private press that has battled throughout the electoral process with very limited resources. The national president of Cameroon Association of English-speaking journalists and other leaders have told the government's mouthpiece that the continuous crackdown on the media for doing their work is a violation of press freedom. The journalists demand regular consultations, not only at this moment when the government is faced with post-electoral conflicts and needs a vital contribution of the press. And on to other news, we take you to Mambanda in the Douala for municipality where children go to school and the first thing they meet is battling water. Every morning, students and teachers face the stretch of roads swallowed by swamp. It's a test of courage, not of their life only, but the courage for them to learn. As a reporter, Saleh Sharifa tells us more. Between the markets and the Mambanda High School, it's a real obstacle course students face every morning. We take a bike and it drops us halfway. They tell us to get down and continue on foot. In this government bilingual high school, we have a lot of problems. Every time we come to school, it feels like we are doing swimming lessons. Beneath their feet, the road vanishes, consumed by deep, unending water. Every crossing becomes a struggle, every step a risk. I once fell in the water and they had to replace all my books. My textbooks and exercise books were completely soaked. I had to buy everything again. It's a painful walk every morning, lifting your dress, carrying 2 pairs of shoes to school. You end up soaked up to your pants. To reach their classrooms, they must wade through the mud, confront the fear of falling, and often push through sheer willpower. Teachers aren't spared either. Even the school principal's vehicle can hardly survive the perilous journey. Since school started, things haven't improved. It's still raining and getting to school isn't easy. Starting from the market entrance, what's worse is that it's impossible to teach in a peaceful atmosphere. Some of our colleagues come on bike, but they end up in the water too. There are signs that construction once started. Concrete gutters and abandoned paving stones at the market entrance, but the project stalled, leaving behind only silence and rising cries from within the flood waters. They should help us by fixing the road. Students and teachers in Mambanda aren't asking for miracles, just a proper road so they can teach, learn and dream without fear. We are calling on the government to come to our aid. This route is simple, not accessible. Meantime, council officials say construction works will soon resume with new equipment set to arrive in the coming weeks. And drug traffickers have been nabbed. Our reporter Beatrice Ngamu has the rest of the story.
The 11 supposed criminals in detention are experts in 3 different domains. First is an individual with a local arms production factory. Their working material, like workers, were caught in the illegal business by the gendarmes.
Et nous avons interpellé quelques personnes et nous sommes saisis des armes en cours de fabrication.
Weapons which are forbidden for circulation in the town.
Here at Nkorda, Ondamfu, Mefu and Afamba division of the Central Region, there are areas where smokers gather, commonly known as terrain. A raid on one of these allowed the gendarmerie to apprehend some smokers who were in possession of illegal bags of drugs and pills. The third group are those involved in adulterated fuel, siphoning from fuel tankers circulating along the Barmayo-Yaoundé highway, reselling to car owners.
Buying fuel instead of fuel station, they buy in from the trafficker.
Some 37 20-liter containers of illicit fuel, the booty caught alongside the individuals. Dangerous business which the National Gendarmerie calls on proprietors of fuel tankers to control and monitor their drivers, seen as accomplices in this fuel trafficking. Successful mission thanks to the collaboration with the population.
Population seeing what we are doing every day also giving us information. So I can thank them and tell them to go ahead so that we can clean our city.
The crackdown of the 3 different crimes is part of ongoing efforts by the National Gendarmerie to curb rising insecurity and dismantle organized crimes. The alleged criminals are to appear before the public prosecutor to answer for their actions.
And collective actions for the promotion of public health system was at the center of the 5 more signs this Friday in the nation's political capital, Yaoundé, a public-private initiative, according to the Minister of Public Health, is a unique contribution by the different actors for human, social, and sustainable development in Cameroon. More on that with Beatrice Ngamu.
The 5 strategic from these different national and international partners to revamp public health sector here in Cameroon comes with their own contributions. Evidence action comes in for maternal and infant health, putting an end to syphilis transmission from mother to child, not well monitored by health providers.
This disease is a public health issue. So what we are bringing on the table is to support the system to make sure we eliminate syphilis among pregnant women so that the newborn babies are not contaminated with the disease.
Akayijek, on their part, intends through innovative intervention to improve hygienic conditions of the population, accompanying health facilities in hygiene and waste management. We noticed that in many health structures in the country, hygienic conditions in these facilities are kind of obsolete. As hygienic professionals, we want to offer our experience to these structures through the Ministry of Public Health. Others include Association for the Sensitization, Prevention and Care of Persons Living with Viral Hepatitis. Sealing the agreement this Friday, the Minister of Public Health sees this as a new phase in government efforts to strengthen healthcare delivery across the country. Each of you brings in a unique contribution to our common objective, making health an indicator of human, social, and sustainable development. Health experts sees the initiative as a major step forward in consolidating ongoing reforms and improve the country's readiness to tackle public health challenges.
And a group of female lawyers have called on the government of Cameroon to implement more actions on the fight against breast cancer as the phenomenon continues taking lives. The legal minds were in some hospitals, the nation's political capital, Yaoundé, this Friday to amplify sensitization on preventive measures. More with Heisen Chair.
From their usual support, these female community and cases of breast cancer in Cameroon, joining their voices to those of the medics this October 24th at the Yaoundé Gynecologic Obstetric and Pediatric Hospital to sensitize with calls for government to give more attention on the phenomenon.
The motivation is to ask the government to do more. The breast cancer should be a national cause. Like SIDA, there are many women who cannot afford to financially support the illness. So we want to encourage the government. They are doing a lot already, but I think there are more to do so that our fight is that the breast cancer become a national cause.
Emphasis laid on prevention as the best way to fight the disease.
Prevention is better than curing, so it's good to come long time ahead to know what's going on in your body before it's late.
The women and young girls drilled on identifying common signs to seek early medical attention.
You have to touch your breast. How do you feel when you touch it? Is it painful? Is it not? Is it like leaking or not? Those are things you have to know so that, it makes you thinking that, well, maybe something is not going on properly. And then I have to run. I have to go and ask for especially that, what should I be doing now?
An occasion to also teach the ladies on appropriate ways of breast palpitation to fight against breast cancer.
And we take you to Limbe in the southwest region of Cameroon town, where the beach is more than just a place to relax. Limbe offers a blend of beauty and industry that a few places can match against the backdrop of rolling waves and a sea breeze. Our reporter, Sherifa Saleh, tells us more.
Affectionately known as the town of friendship, Limbe is a city that lives up to its name. Beyond its palm-lined beaches and panoramic views of Mount Cameroon, it is a bustling hub of economic life.
We buy and sell for here, we retain the fish. So if any person gets his small money, 500, 1,000, 2,000, 100,000, 1 million, we'll still be able to give you the market.
Here, dozens of vendors, many of them women, work tirelessly to meet the ever-growing demand for one of the region's most prized products, the fish. Spread out in a wide variety of fish and seafood, each carefully prepared using age-old drying techniques that preserve both flavor and quality.
The sea is just beside us, not far away from here. The fishermen go to the water, they get the fish. We have where they call them the banda, where they dry the fish and they bring it to this point. People come all the way from Bafoussam, Douala, Yaoundé to get dry fish from here.
For the people of Limbe, this market is more than just a trading space. It's a cornerstone of the community's livelihood, providing a vital source of protein for households and a steady income for countless families.
I'm having good fish here, and actually I'm expecting that they should come and buy. If they come, I'll give at good prices. They are selling at reasonable prices, and it's good fish, fresh from the sea.
Business owners are eager to see improved infrastructure and facilities that can help the market meet modern standards, attract more customers, and boost exports.
And that report brings us to the end of this edition of the 6:15 Primetime Newscast in the English language. Thanks so much for watching, but we'll have news coming up in the French language at exactly 19h50 with Michael Chipkio. As for me, I will be back same time, but this time around at 1 p.m. Have a wonderful time, the company of our programs, and good night.